This was a very eventful weekend in the world of combat. The UFC returned for the first time in 2024, and the main event saw an explosive knockout for Magomed Ankalaev, who will most likely get the title shot at light heavyweight next. He's now on the longest active win streak among active light heavyweights, not including Jon Jones, but again, Jon Jones has gone to the heavyweight division. His run is featured a no contest and a draw with Jan Blachowicz in his last title opportunity, and I could see Ankalaev getting into the title picture, like I said, again in the latter half of 2024. Other notable performances: Jim fucking Miller landed a massive submission win over Gabriel Benitez and earned a performance of the night bonus. Miller looks to quickly jump onto UFC 300 to be the first ever fighter in UFC history, obviously, because there has been only 3 century cards, to be on UFC 100, UFC 200, and UFC 300. The other fighter that could do that is Brock Lesnar if they get him back for a main event. I highly doubt it, and that would be a feather in the cap of a legend in Jim Miller. Also, Mario Bautista announced himself to the bantamweight division with a huge win over a veteran of the UFC now, Ricky Simon, and Bruno Ferreira continues to add up his own highlight reel with an 11th stoppage win and second in the UFC. If you want to know more about the explosive Hulk out of Brazil, you can take a look at this career highlight video I posted last week. Then Marcus McGee also secured a performance of the night bonus with his second round TKO of Gaston Blanos, and that rounded out our performance of the night winners. The UFC now visits Toronto for UFC 297 next week, with 2 title fights, including a much anticipated fight between guys that were fighting in the audience not too long ago, between Dricus du Plessis and Sean Strickland. We had 2 other MMA-related events. The LFA held an event in Minnesota. You could expect the 8-2 new lightweight champion of the LFA, Keegan Genrich, to get the call from the Contender Series briefly. After landing a submission win in the 5th round of the main event, he came in as the underdog and upset the former lightweight champion and Contender Series alumni Jacoby Jones. Quang Lei and Wes Schultz also landed first-round knockouts on the LFA 174 card, and if I have highlights to these fights, they will be linked in the description below. ONE FC had its Fight Night 18 on Prime Video, another mix of combat sport variations, Muay Thai, Jiu-Jitsu, and MMA. It was main evented by a mixed martial arts bout, and it was main evented by a monster, lightweight Shamil Gazanov. Winning via unanimous decision, he improved to 14-1 and bounced back from his only career loss to Gary Tonin, who is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu ace who landed a submission win in Gazanov's last fight. Boxing had a massive event with light heavyweight Artur Beterbiev defending his 3 belts, and he finished Callum Smith really in what was a flawlessly exceptional performance. The win sets up a unifier that will match Beterbiev up with Dimitri Bivol, known for defeating Canelo Saul Alvarez, and this fight will reportedly go down in Saudi Arabia with that Saudi Arabia money. But nonetheless, let me know what you guys thought of the combat sport weekend this past weekend. Did I miss anything? Is there anything we should be on the lookout for as mixed martial art fans or as combat sport fans in general? Let me know in the comments section below. You can expect some video content for UFC 297 to come briefly this week. I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I will talk to you later.